Phantasm 1979 is a unique and surreal horror film directed by Don Coscarelli, blending elements of science fiction, horror, and psychological thriller into something quite bizarre and memorable. Here's a thorough review. Plot. The film follows a young boy named Mike, who is grieving the death of his parents and trying to understand strange events occurring in his small town. After witnessing a series of disturbing occurrences at a local cemetery, Mike begins to suspect something sinister about the Undertaker, known as the Tall Man. This mysterious figure seems to have supernatural abilities, including the ability to shrink bodies and turn them into zombie-like servants. The Tall Man's powers are connected to a strange, otherworldly dimension, and Mike, along with his older brother Jody and a friend named Reggie, attempt to uncover the truth behind these eerie happenings. The film is full of strange, dreamlike sequences, often blurring the lines between reality and fantasy. There are creepy, iconic elements, like flying silver spheres that drill into people's skulls, adding to the surreal horror atmosphere. The film doesn't follow a traditional narrative structure, but instead feels more like a series of bizarre events unfolding, creating a sense of unease and mystery. Themes. At its core, Phantasm deals with themes of grief, death, and the fear of the unknown. Mike's journey is partially about processing the loss of his parents and navigating a world where death seems omnipresent. The Tall Man, as a symbol of death and the afterlife, represents the inevitable force that cannot be avoided. The horror in Phantasm doesn't just come from the physical dangers, but also from the surreal, dreamlike quality of the narrative, where logic is often abandoned in favor of atmosphere and unsettling visuals. The film also touches on themes of family, as Mike and his brother Jody try to protect each other while confronting this nightmarish situation. The relationship between the two provides a human anchor in the midst of all the surreal horror elements, with their bond giving Mike the strength to confront the bizarre horrors that surround him. Sequel. Phantasm spawned a series of sequels, with the first one arriving in 1988. The sequels, while still rooted in the original film's dreamlike narrative, expand on the mythology of the Tall Man and his army of undead minions. The sequels, like Phantasm 2, 1988, and Phantasm 3, Lord of the Dead, 1994, continue to explore the surreal horror of the original, but also delve deeper into the backstory of the Tall Man and the increasingly bizarre consequences of his actions. While the sequels never quite match the shock and surreal impact of the original, they have earned their own cult following for continuing the series' unique approach to horror. The final film in the series, Phantasm Ravager 2016, brought the saga to a close, but like the earlier films, it maintained the offbeat, experimental style that Phantasm is known for. Genre. Phantasm is often categorized as a supernatural horror film, but it strays from the conventional rules of the genre. It blends elements of science fiction with the Tall Man's mysterious powers and the otherworldly dimensions he taps into, along with gothic horror and psychological thriller aspects. The film's tone is very much surreal, with its strange visuals, disturbing imagery, and ambiguous plot points, making it feel like a fever dream more than a typical horror narrative. The film has influenced many filmmakers and is considered one of the more unique entries in the genre. Conclusion. Phantasm is a film that has earned a special place in horror history for its eerie atmosphere, unconventional narrative, and its bizarre take on the horror genre. It's not a film for everyone due to its strange pacing and dreamlike structure, but for fans of surreal horror and those who appreciate films that don't follow traditional storytelling, it's a must-see. The film's blend of surreal visuals, unsettling characters, and enigmatic storytelling leaves a lasting impression, making it a cult classic that continues to fascinate audiences decades after its release. If you're into horror that defies convention and has an unforgettable, otherworldly vibe, Phantasm is a great choice. Its themes of grief, death, and the unknown, combined with its oddball, surreal moments, make it stand out as one of the more unique horror films of its time.